me again. Skinny Filipino grandson here to close this out. All right, so certainly lots of emotions from all the stories shared. I think it just goes to show how apparent Granny Miss and Grandpa Chris was to every single one of us in here in their own unique way. So I'll go ahead and keep this pretty quick and close this out. So in the military, we've seen operations like the Battle of Midway, D-Day, Operation Iraqi Freedom, Operation Desert Storm. I think if Grandpa Chris were here, he'd be telling me, Johnny, this is Operation Don't Screw This Up and Don't Cry Like a Baby. So that's all I got to say for that. So I just wanted to show a testament of the grandson perspective and really how much they meant to, all 13 of us. And it's really hard to describe a best friend from that perspective. And Granny Miss and Grandpa Chris, they were my best friends, and having them not here is hard. But I think James made a really good point and a really good analogy, saying that Grandpa Chris was the pilot, Granny Miss was the co-pilot, and I think we all saw that, and they really drove the decisions together and created this wonderful bond that we all share, and it's the reason why we're all here. So we're truly, truly thankful for them and everything they've done for us. Just some real quick adjectives kind of describing both of them. Really just a grandparent in general. Just the sense of safety and comfort, knowing that you're always going to be okay. I think that was a common theme tonight, just being around Grandpa Chris especially. There was no sky too high. Everything was going to be okay, and I think that's something that I will live with forever, is that you just figure things out, you get things done, right? Like you just do it, and everything's going to be all right at the end of the day, no matter how hard things are. Having a grandparent too, there's definitely like a unique perspective where you can get advice from that you can't get from your parents or an aunt, uncle, and sometimes you can get away with certain things. Even with Granny Miss, especially having those late night snacks, those M&Ms at 12 a.m., you can talk to her about things that you probably wouldn't be able to talk about with your parents, and get just a different perspective, which I'm eternally grateful for. The realization that you're never too old to have fun. I think we can all agree that Granny Miss was the epitome of just being yourself and expressing your emotions and not wearing your emotions on your sleeve and just being yourself, which is awesome. And that there's always room for a laugh and better times ahead. Grandpa Chris's wittiness, calmness, stoicness, the ability to remain posed in any situation, never a battle too big to conquer, and his ability to describe things in a way that made sense. Granny Miss's, again, profound sense of adventure is awesome. The sheer devotion to her family and friends is second to none. The carefree nature she exuded to always be herself again, and just her curiosity and always the adventure that she exhibited was awesome. And I think that's a big part of all 13 of us, and I think the grandchildren can agree with that. And the last thing I got to say for that is just love. So in closing, I'll never forget the memories, the countless road trips with Granny Miss, testing out her new OtterBox phone case at dinner in the restaurant, and developing the worst case of secondhand embarrassment, saying, "Yoo-hoo, waiter, watch this." Yeah, she did that about 3 times at Zio's in Fort Worth. Getting a group together of 25 plus, taking a picture and leaving her lens cap on. I think we're upstairs. I'm glad we have photographers. Peter, Michael, Chris, James, John. Yep. We all know that. Spending her last 3 months in Virginia Beach, helping her move to Arizona. All the above. I love you, Granny Miss, and you're my best friend. As for Grandpa Chris, the fact that he can be so stoked of a final score of 3-6 in an NFL game versus a 51-49 shootout is bizarre. Very weird, but yeah, that's funny. I'll never forget the savagery in responding back to telemarketers on the phone. He would literally get a phone call and he would reply back with and then hang up. Absolutely hilarious. His countless tales of his experience in the Navy and the profound impact it's had on me being in the Navy. Some of them too inappropriate, some of them hilarious. I'll never forget his low-level Filipino fisherman buzzing stories. Admiral Dyer can probably talk more about that possibly, but I just thought those were funny. And then seeing him pass out on the couch after a few rounds of whiskey and his unconscious presence responding back to my questions. And Grandpa Chris, I'll never forget your quick-witted humor and the impact you've had on my life. So with closing, I just thank you guys all for being here. This has been awesome. Truly one of the best days of my life. And everyone that's made the journey to come out here to San Diego and the Midway folks for making this happen, really, really appreciate it. And it's been awesome. Thank you guys so much.